All right, guys, what is going on? What is good? What is good? What are y'all up to today? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I am paper trading the AM session today. Oh, obviously the PM session as well. That's where I'm at today. Woke up early. We're getting a lot of spooky price action. And yeah. So we're here. Euro shorts and Stouffer's mac and cheese. Oh man. What a good day. What a good day. What's good? Willow, Mark Maximiliano, Nikki, Andreas 2020, Sean, Dasco, Naruto, and Edgar. What up? What up? What up? Yeah. So like I said, man, honestly, today has been very weird. I'm not surprised. Last day of the month, at least on the calendar side. And things have been crazy, man. Things have been crazy. But I will walk you through some stuff. You guys good with that? Didn't even dress up? Oh, I dressed up, Cameron. I definitely dressed up. You know, I thought about that too. I went to a Halloween party the other night, and I don't know if you saw my Instagram story. There was like guitars on the wall, and there was a game room that had all kind of shit in there. It was a really cool spot. I met the owner, great guy. He owns like some sort of business. He's fucking loaded. But anyway, not to put his business out there, but the guy is very wealthy. All right. But anyway, I am wearing a costume. And that is the most scariest thing for some people. What are you talking about, John? You know what's more scarier than a costume, my friend? Is looking at someone else be successful and then looking at yourself and realizing where you fucked up. That's what's scary. That's what's scary. I dressed up as everything they said I couldn't be. That's what I find to be pretty fucking scary. People going to do jobs they hate and spending all this time in traffic. That's what's fucking scary to me. So, how about that? How about that? But good afternoon, Hadar. What's good? Euro was shortable today, so was pound. We'll go over it. I'm waiting on an alert from British pound, and she stopped like 1 pip short. I've even got a message in the Discord like ready to press enter on, but she hasn't done it yet. Look at the dollar. Oh yeah, British pound definitely hasn't done that yet. Especially with the dollar cooling off a little bit. We'll pull it up. We'll pull it up. Look at this shit here. Look at this shit here, dude. What's the low on that? $121.19 and 6 pipettes, bro. So we missed that by 2 pipettes. 2 pipettes, bro. That is bonkers. Do you see that? Look at that. Oh my. Well, importance of taking partials, my friends. If you were up for this, 7:15. We'll talk about it. We'll start from the higher time frame and then work lower. Okay. So you guys, and I sent this in a Discord last night too, before I went to bed. I was hoping London would maybe set something up for you guys. It did not, but New York did. New York definitely did. So on a 1 hour, yeah. Okay. On a 1 hour time frame, when you look at this movement over here, we have a short-term high at 121.75. How far can the market go above highs or below lows? You guys already know. How far above? An imbalance. Oh, okay. Well, there's your levels. 121.92, 121.97, 98 if you round up. All right. We drop down to a 15-minute. What's going on up here? What's going on up here? Look at that. What are the bodies doing right there at 5:45, 6 a.m.? I'm asleep. But what's going on right here? The bodies are respecting that, my friend. Even on a 5-minute. Trades out one more time at 6:10. Immediately drops lower. Rallies, small imbalance. There's like no wickage on any of this in here. Drops down again. That's obvious break of structure. Obvious shift from bullish to bearish, right? Because we still got this consolidation here and these equal lows down here. That's still there. That hasn't gone away. And that doesn't mean I'm wrong just because the market goes up. Okay. What does the market do before it goes lower? You guys already know. What does it do, chat? What does the market do before it goes lower? Andrea said, hold higher. All right. Market do be holding sometimes. I understand. I understand, Andreas. Just let it out, man. Let all the frustration out into the chat. You're good. You're good, man. That's what we're here for. It goes higher. It goes higher, says Sean and Naruto and Willow. Take liquidity. Oof, the top. All right, Franco. Yeah, big oof indeed. Indubitably. So yes, it does trade higher first. Just so we're all on the same page. Okay. So yes, it does rally. Imbalance here. Previous high from Monday afternoon. And then Wednesday of last week. Okay, so you got some clearing highs. Respects this imbalance here. I want to say that the euro is absolute dog shit today. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. But I'm tired. I've lost my filter. But look at this. So you see, look at the highs here. Not that I really had a filter to begin with, but it sounds better. Look at these highs here. Overlap the euro. What's the euro doing? Is the euro doing the same thing? No. It's not. Drop a like if you're with me. Drop a like if you're here. 38 people, only 11 likes. YouTube's worst mentor, John Phibb. I get it. But I'm going to be here anyways. Okay. British pound trading higher. It's trading higher. Euro made its high at 455, I guess, and starts to trade lower. I mean, if you want to put them both on a line chart, you can. You'll get the same information either way. British pound higher, above the highs, filling in the imbalance. And euro is like, I'm done. I'm done going higher, bro. I'm not doing it. So that is distribution. Okay. Classic distribution. So what was the trade? well, you're essentially getting in before 7:30 news, so do what you want with that. But in bearish markets, up candles are respected. So you see that right here on a 5-minute, and I think that's a 15-minute as well, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, right there, boom. 7:15 and then 7:30. I think it was, you'll have to double check. I don't have the tab open, but it was some sort of CAD and US dollar. Had news at 7:30 Central. Immediately lower. And then continued lower. It swept these lows, rallied a little bit, and then continued, but unfortunately, it did not take these lows, so I can't brag about it. But what I will tell you is this. Being off by 2 pipettes, okay? From this up candle down to that was over 60. To this low was about 45, maybe 40 with spread. So, you know, there's that. There was opportunity today during New York. There's your open, right? New York open. Trades above New York open. When's ideal shorts? Where's ideal shorts? Above opening price. Oh, yeah. Cent. Euro, same thing. Just, it didn't have an up candle really. I mean, it did up here, but what it instead had was an imbalance right there. A little double tap. A little double tap right there. And then cent. Now, Euro 105.90 did have, excuse me, did have equal lows that were set in like the evening time. So there's that. Okay. Where do they go from here? I have no clue. Now, what helped this idea, in my opinion? Look, I got to give props to New Zealand. I got to give props to New Zealand. We'll go with Aussie first. What's happening over in Aussie? Aussie dollar. Well, look at these highs. Look at these highs. Here. Monday, I think that's, no, that's New York. I'm tripping. Monday, New York high. Tuesday, London high. What's New Zealand doing? What is New Zealand doing, bro? What are you doing? I used to ask my cat that all the time. I'm like, what are you doing, cat? What are you doing? Because I want to know. New Zealand's higher. But it left lows at 58.22. Equal lows. Well, somewhat equal lows. Right? So again, Australian dollar lower. New Zealand dollar higher. Okay? So again, that's distribution. Why do you think I teach you this all the time? Why do you think we look for this all the time? Because it's all the same, bro. It's all the same. Like, it doesn't even matter. It's all the same. Now, what I sent earlier in the Discord, I think it was like right in here. But I was saying I was fairly confident the lows would be taken, and that's only because of this right here. So we had a short-term high, swept, imbalance formed on the way to liquidity. So there was a small time frame opportunity in here. But that was like 20, 25 pips maybe that was offered. It just never swept the lows. So, well, you win some, you lose some, my friends. I don't know what to tell you. I won't always be right. Today's one of those days. Today is one of those days, my friend. I would like to see S&P trade to 42.10. Well, really 42.11, but 10's a more even number. I like it. I don't like odds. You'll never see me put the television on an odd number either, the volume. This was I think this was a short. This was a short that I took, and I manually got out of it before it was gonna go higher. I'll walk you through what exactly happened in here. Okay, so if you want to see me take a loss, there's one right there. Okay, now again, this is still a paper account. I mean, so that's what it looks like. I shorted, it went higher, and I got the fuck out of there. All right, before we continued higher. But let me explain. Okay, this would be a really, really classic example of if we have targets on the upside and downside. I told you, I tell you guys this all the time. If there's lows and highs, my accuracy goes to shit at 50% of ranges, right? So what do you see here? Well, you see some doo-doo. You see some doo-doo accuracy, okay? In, out, easy stop, okay? Now, the Dow, on the other hand, a little bit better, okay? Longing right there, right off that imbalance here. And then exiting it, this imbalance, and I'm still holding the rest, okay? So let this be an example that, because what do we talk about? We have lows here, right? The lows down at 14,300. We have that still. I'm like, okay, well, that could be on the table. Then we had this in here at 10 where we swept these highs here and then broke down. So I'm like, okay, well, this up candle might be respected to go lower. And until it wasn't. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to hop out and take a small loss and walk away. Right? Now, why do we do that? Well, if the stop was at this high, I would have taken a bigger loss. If the stop was at this high, I would have taken a bigger loss. So to me, it's just best to admit that you're wrong, get a small loss, and you'll get it back in another trade. May not be the same day, but later on, you'll eventually, hopefully, get it back. So that was kind of the vibes there. But anyway, let's talk about these lows down here, okay? While I simultaneously try to manage this paper trade, okay? What we're gonna do is this. We're going to, we gotta add all three. No. Maybe just the two. Give me a second here. God, this looks terrible. Okay. This still looks pretty awful, but I'm gonna do my best. Okay. If we clean that up like that, okay. Do you... Well, I can't. Okay. Look at the lows here on Dow. Look at the lows here on Dow. And then look at the lows here on Nasdaq. What can you tell me about them? Is there a difference here? Willow, that is something else. That is something else. I'll probably do that if I ever have a kid, though. Be like, what are you doing, man? You're just sitting here watching Dora the Explorer? Like, what are you doing? And then I'll take the remote and put up Trading View and be like, we're going to explore these charts, my friend. Backpack. Backpack these trades. Know what I'm saying? Get the bag. That's what we're going to be doing. Dow ran the low while Nasdaq maintained the low. Dow lows are lower. Dow was in distribution. Well, I think a lot of these lows in here were just jacked up. Okay, because even the S&P, whoops. Even the S&P was lower here while the Nasdaq was higher. All it's done now is set up some triple lows, really, for Nasdaq. But all in all, if we actually zoom out a little bit more, and I'm not going to be surprised if this comes all the way back and gets me a break even. I really don't care. Number one, with the Dow, I think I mentioned we had some 1 hour low resistant highs on the ETF side. This morning, however, look at this. Nasdaq's the red and green. Nasdaq runs this low here at 850. S&P, that same low, it doesn't meet that. Y'all see that? There's probably a lot of drawings going on, but look. Nasdaq running, liquidity, S&P higher. See that? So that lower imbalance here, that's a discount within a discount. What's it supposed to run for? Equal highs right there on a 1 minute time frame. But let me take off Nasdaq and clean this up so you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, there's the low. Accumulation. Trades higher. Leaves behind an imbalance on the way to what? On the way to liquidity, my friends. Right up here, small time frame equal highs right there. Okay. So trades down into that, respects it, trades up right there. I mean, so that could have been a trade, but comes back in here, spends a lot of time at this imbalance in here during lunch right there. And now it looks as if it wants to trade higher. 4203 to 4211. That is Sunday's gap. See that? Sunday's gap. The Thursday of last week, yeah, we had a morning session high here. Oh no, that's not Sunday's gap. I lied. That's Wednesday's gap. Sorry. I was about to say Sunday's gap, but you had a Thursday high. I'm like, that doesn't add up. Wednesday to Thursday's gap. Thursday AM session high. Okay, sorry. And that's what I think it's going to reach for. Okay. So hopefully I've explained why I believe that. Accumulation on S&P, bullish order flow respected. I think lunch, there was definitely some spooky behavior going on. And it looks like we're drifting higher. So there's that. Does that make sense? And I think that with the Dow coming back to where we started, now that we went full circle, this makes sense to go higher. If it doesn't, I'll be wrong, and that's that. But since this is a paper account, I'm going to treat it like a real account in terms of a new high, imbalance. That's a partial, right? So I think I long 5. I think it was. Okay, so long 5. So that means out 1 here. So that means 20% is off. So that means I'm holding 80%. If we get into this upper gray box here, which is a 15-minute imbalance, I'm pretty sure. If we get into that, that's going to be a second partial. If we get above 33,225, I'll take off either 1 or 2 more. I don't know if we're going to get there. Today's been absolute chop, and I don't know. Okay, I simply just don't know. I don't have that much confidence. But what does this do, though? What does this do? And I think, oh shit, I forgot her name. She had commented on my Twitter. I have some posts that get sent out every day, and one of them was, there's no better feeling than putting stops into profit or something like that. And she had commented and said, and taking partials as well. And she's not wrong, you know. So what is this scenario here? This scenario is, okay, the market has gone our favor. We've paid ourselves. And then with the stop in profit, we no longer have risk on, unless it slips us past 6 points, which I don't see it doing that. In a real account, it could. If you get slipped on a fucking demo account, that's bonkers. That's bonkers, okay? But I don't see it being more than 6 points. So we've paid ourselves. We've reduced, damn near eliminated risk, and now it's just free. Now it's just free. So if it continues our way, we're blessed. If it comes down and break us even, we're not going to lose. That's a win-win, bro. That's a win-win. Does everybody understand? Drop a 1 if you understand. Let me know. I cannot spell. Okay. Question of the day. Do you agree with taking partials and going break even when the market goes your direction? Yes or no? And you're allowed to disagree. You're allowed to vote however you want. Unlike in America. But anyways, before I get banned for bullshit, we gotta have a side conversation real quick, bro. We gotta have a side conversation. Well, as we watch the indices unfold. Do we have an alert here? Yeah, okay. So we got an alert at 4205 for S&P. We'll leave that alone. The Nasdaq is, I don't even want to look at it. You're disgusting. We'll just watch Dow, but we have an alert on S&P as well. Okay? But let me get this off my chest, okay? There have been just recent things happening in other people's lives, okay? And what we're going to do is keep our finger on the trigger here. Where other people have expressed their trials and tribulations, we'll put it that way. Okay? And I don't like using other people's misery as examples, but at the same time, reality is the best lesson. You know what I mean? Like, the truth is the greatest lesson, and there's no way around it. So, hardships, okay? Like, there was a guy on Twitter, I commented. There's a guy on Twitter who, I mean, a bunch of shit happened at once. He was like, someone's in the hospital, my account's down like 4%, my dad lost his job, you know, something to that effect. Like, just a lot of things happening at once. And I know what that feels like. That sucks. When you feel like, I don't know, the world is caving in because all these things are happening, right? Been there, done that. That shit sucks. My mom has 2 German shepherds, in case you guys didn't know. And so one of them, she had took to the vet, and one of them has cancer. Right? Like, that's fucked, man. Another friend of mine had some issues with women. I'm probably the last person you want to talk to about relationships. All right. But, you know, I did my best for him. So we had a good conversation, I feel like. And then this kid the other day, I went to the house party the other day that I told you I went to. Before I went to that, we were having a party like for the kids, you know, bouncy house and all that shit. And one of the kids lost his shoe. And dude, we spent like fucking 30 minutes looking for this kid's shoe. It's like 8, 9 p.m. His mom's trying to leave or grandma's trying to leave, whatever. And he fucking lost his shoe. And he starts crying because he's like, this is the only pair of shoes I have. I was like, damn. That sucks. I didn't like say that, but in my mind I'm going, damn, that sucks. You know? So, I mean, and shit happens to me too. I mean, I don't know. Nothing too bad recently that I can think of. Well, I guess other than being fucking backstabbed by people that you thought were your friends, but you know, outside of the normal, nothing really too terrible's happened to me. I mean, I'm blessed, man. That's why I keep saying God's been good, man. Okay? But there are opportunities all the time. I don't want to say like to practice philosophy, but you've been given tools. You've been given even psychological tools to deal with these kind of things. And I think it was like Seneca who said it basically it's like philosophy softens the blow of hardships. You know what I mean? When we don't, give me 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere. All right, 1, 2, welcome back. Let me find this in letters. It's in the back here somewhere. Probably should have this ready before we started this, but if you guys have Letters from a Stoic by Seneca, which you should if you're a member here. I mean, I've been talking about this book for a long time. Again, it's called Letters from a Stoic by Seneca. All right. If you have it, on page 134, you guys still with me? On page 134, third paragraph, first sentence. So do not go out of your way to make your troubles any more tiresome than they are and burden yourself with fretting. And then actually the very next paragraph, it says, a man is unhappy as he has convinced himself he is. There's one more I really want you to get. So stand by for a second while we watch this old imbalance turn to a long. Okay, maybe it is this last part then. I could have sworn it was a different one. Well, anyway. Page 155, last paragraph, about halfway through, he says, well, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know what's capable of happening, and none of this will give rise to any protest on my part. I'm ready for everything. If I'm let off in any way, I'm pleased. The day in question proves me wrong in a sense if it treats me leniently, but even so, not really wrong. For just as I know that anything is capable of happening, so also do I know that it's not bound to happen. So I look for the best and am prepared for the opposite. See that? I look for the best, but I'm prepared for the worst, is what he's essentially saying. Oh, that, my friends, is S&P. That is S&P. Look at that. Look at that shit. There's that high. Let's see if we can get 42. Well, I said 42.10. We'll roll with that. If we can get that, that will be blessed. We'll come back. I still want to watch Dow too, because I want to hit that imbalance and then get rid of one more. Let one more go right up here if we can get that. Is she gonna do it? Is she gonna do it? I didn't put an alert there either. There was one more that was really good and I can't find it. It was something Seneca said. Because it had to do with premeditatio malorum, but I can't find it. I lost it, bro. Something about war, shipwreck, and all that. I could have sworn I had it highlighted. Unless I'm thinking of Epictetus. I don't know, man. You read so much philosophy, you forget who said what and where, who quoted what. Oh, here we go. I found it. Jesus. There we go. Okay. Again, Letters from a Stoic by Seneca, page 178 and 179. Now, these are two separate parts, but I do like putting them together. All right. So on page 178, second paragraph, like the third sentence. The fact that it was unforeseen has never failed to intensify a person's grief. This is a reason for ensuring that nothing ever takes us by surprise. We should project our thoughts ahead of us at every turn and have in mind every possible eventuality instead of only the usual course of events. On page 179, second paragraph, like halfway through. Rehearse them in your mind. Exile, torture, war, shipwreck. A couple sentences later. All the terms of our human lot should be before our eyes. We should be anticipating not merely all that commonly happens, but all that is conceivably capable of happening, if we do not want to be overwhelmed and struck numb by rare events as if they were unprecedented ones. And he goes on a little bit more, but that's like what I highlighted. That's pretty good, right? What do you guys think? Was Seneca spitting bars? You let me know in the chat, man. Let me know. I don't think I highlighted anything in this other one. I wanted to keep it clean. Not like the others. Not like meditations. Oh my God. There's so many highlights in there. I have to get a second one. I'm sure Epictetus probably has some bars, but I can't find which one. We'll just stick with Seneca then. So these are the types of things, okay? And it may not just be philosophy, you know, whatever you believe in. These are the exact things that are going to happen to each and every one of us. I mean, you never know. A bad day could be tomorrow, could be around the corner. Or like what I forgot the guy's name on Twitter because I don't follow him, but came up on the Twitter's like For You or whatever. I think his name was Brandon or Edward. I don't fucking know. But in any case, you know, things might happen. Three, four things might happen. Mom loses a job. Your trading account's down 4%. I forgot what else he said. But like, you know, shit hits the fan, basically. You got to be ready for those things, man. So my quick, concise advice was, hey, look, I'm sorry that happened to you, but focus on what you can control. Right? So let's say the roles were reversed. Let's say it was on me, where my account's down and I don't know, maybe mom, stepdad lose their job, whatever. And then let's say I get sick, like I get a cold or something. I don't know. Okay. Well, the first thing I would do is probably stop trading. I would want to stop any bleeding. 4%, that's not terrible. You can get that back fairly easily. Okay, 1 or 2 good trades and that's fine. But I would stop trading because I would have to be figuring out what is going to be next. So the first thing, I'd stop trading altogether. And then, you know, I'd go to, I'm assuming it's his mom and dad, I guess. I really don't remember. Not that it matters, but it's like, okay, what can we do? Start putting in job applications to wherever. You know, that's what you can control. Start calling you know, jobs. See who's hiring. See, you know, hey, are you taking applications? Hey, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? And to try and hurry up and find a new job. That's what you can control. You know, to sit around and I'm not saying he's doing this. I don't know if he's watching. But I'm not saying that he's bitching about anything. But I think a lot of us tend to do that sometimes. Oh, woe is me. My trading is this. I tried to TP it equal lows like John said, and it never went there, and now I'm at break even. Oh, John's a terrible mentor. Right? And, woe is me, woe is me. What you got to do is take control, man. You got to take control. You got to figure out, okay, we're going to sit down for like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. We're going to brainstorm. We're going to take a piece of paper. I don't know if you heard that. We're going to take a piece of paper. We're going to draw a line down the middle. We're going to write down everything that we cannot control. And then on the other side, we're going to write down everything we can control. Okay? So what can't we control? And I'd write stuff like the job market, the housing market, interest rates, the economy, whatever, all that shit. And then on the other side, okay, what can we control? Well, we can control our attitude. We can control putting in applications, calling, jobs and seeing who's hiring, right? If your income has stopped, if you're not going to get paid for a couple of weeks, okay, you probably need to find out where you can reduce some of that spending. You know what I mean? Like, okay, we're probably not going to order Uber Eats for a little while, and say, okay, we got to, figure this out and have a plan. To be fair, I think you should have a plan before that happens. But if, you're in that moment and you find yourself, like Seneca said, like struck numb, like you don't know what to do, paralysis, that's what I would do. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be happy, that everything's going to be all good. But I think at least that is a step in the right direction. You know what I mean? Focusing on what exactly you can do and not focus on what you can't do. And that's a start. Do you guys agree? Do you guys agree? Yes or no? Excuse me. What's good, Stephanie? It's all good. You're not the only one to run late all the time. I'm not saying you run late all the time, but it's always someone who's running late. One day we'll have a perfect stream. One day when everybody shows up on time and everybody likes it without having to be prompted to like it, that will be a good day. That will be a good day. Hasn't happened yet, but I am hopeful. Fate permitting, God willing, whatever have you. One day. One day. Smack that imbalance. Just do it. Just get in right there. Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh, there it is right there. Like, barely traded into that. Man, give me more than that. Give me something distinctive. That I should have put a limit there. But whatever. Mark, what are we talking about? Are we talking about proper preparation prevents poor performance? Something like that? Or whatever my high school football coach said. Whatever. Something like that. 107, 106, I'll take it. Bam. There's one more. Right? Or did I get rid of the whole thing? Oh, I got it 103. Ain't that a bitch? All right, well, whatever. That's what that looks like. Now, to be fair, at this point, I would probably assume to bump my stop a little bit more, to be honest. Like 94. Lock in. So that'd be like $10 a contract right there, because these are the micros. But, lock in a little bit more. And so, again, if you Stephanie just showed up and people have been hopping off and on. What we've been doing as I've been talking to you philosophically, Philosophical Friday on a Tuesday, I took a paper trade today based on this inverted imbalance from here, right? So this was an imbalance right before a low. We swept that, traded through it, back into it. There's a small imbalance here. And I did post this in the Discord as well. And it's in the screenshot that this should be sent higher. So it does get sent higher, comes back down at 1040. I went ahead and longed that. I went to go have lunch, so I didn't watch really any of this bullshit until I came back, and then I came back like right at first TP, which is cool. And then you guys just saw me hit second TP, even though it slipped me out of the imbalance, which is, that's crazy, but it should have been like inside that imbalance is where it should have been. But I'm not perfect. And obviously my entry today was not. First exit was all right. Second exit was all right. We just got to see where third, fourth, and fifth are going to be at. But it's still good practice though. Okay, this is still really good practice. Okay, buying low, selling high. Oh, that's a hard fucking strategy. Buy low, sell high. That's difficult. But yes, this was an imbalance that was inverted for later. I don't really teach you guys that all that much, because on any other day, I would have just said, "Yeah, well, fuck that," and just use this. Just use that imbalance right here. And it wouldn't have made all that much of a difference, because I could have said this gap right here, right there. Could have said this down candle here. I mean, there was a plethora of things that were going on. But the imbalance here that was inverted was just more, it had more pizzazz to it. You know what I'm saying? It had more pizzazz. Libra, I'm not sure. Check the Discord though. It's in there. It's in there somewhere in the charts chat. I posted it right at 10 o'clock. I posted 2 of them. One on the way down. A second one had just came off of it. I posted that skater bullshit too. Again, just pizzazz, okay? Nothing special about that. It's just fucking around, okay? So, if we took 5, we took 2 off already, so that means 20% on the first one, 20% on the second one. That means we still have 60% of this trade running. I think Dow's our laggard today, if I'm not mistaken. Our high is 101. Why did I say 1? 4209.5. So we haven't got 4210 yet. That's disrespectful. But in any sense, we've cleared some highs, right? So this to me, like if we were long on S&P, oh, this would absolutely be a partial. But you see how Dow is not, it hasn't made some highs. So it's a little bit weaker. It's weak sauce, right? That would likely prompt me to partial again and to take one more off and then just have 2 remaining. Because although I do want Dow higher, it doesn't have to do that today. It could just shit the bed and stop us out. But what I'm doing now is so it's 1 o'clock now. So we just closed this 15-minute and a 1-hour candle. We're inside this imbalance. So I want to see, do we trade through that? Or if it ends up saying, fuck that, and going lower. I don't know what it wants to do. I would rather see it go higher, if I must say. If I had to pick, if I had to say, I would want to see maybe even 33, 250, little quarter level up there. But we're going to find out. I won't be here for the entire afternoon. I'm not going to be here for another 2 hours. I want to try and keep these streams at roughly an hour, because some of you do go back and watch them, and I don't want to make them super long, because then you're not going to watch it. And then I'll reference today's stream later on, be like, remember I told you about premeditatio malorum, and I told you to prepare for shit in advance and all that? And you're gonna be like, no, John, I didn't fucking watch it. I'm not watching a 2-hour stream. So I want to keep them at least an hour, but maybe a little bit more, but not, I don't want to do 2-hour and 3-hour streams anymore. You guys aren't going back and watching them. I'm not going to either. A 2-hour stream, or I could go watch the 300 or the Matrix. Come on. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Kids trick-or-treating, happy Halloween. Catch you tomorrow, Sean. Have fun. Have fun with the trick-or-treating. See, like this imbalance right here, like halfway right there, like that to me would probably be partial 3. Just in case this comes all the way back, we would be giving up some decent gains. Make sense? You always watch them, Lee Bright? That's good. Well, the one from yesterday, I don't really think there was a lot of value from yesterday. We really didn't do anything. I think today made up for yesterday, because I'm showing you, in my opinion, some really cool shit. Swept the lows. Inverted imbalance. Decent long position. I mean, not the greatest. It obviously went in and out of profitability there. And then, like I teach you guys to do, new highs, imbalance, partial. Not a new high, but it is an imbalance. That's a partial. So now we wait and give this time to see if we hit the rocket boosters and trade up here. Most of the time you're not available to go live. That's fine. That's all right. Oh, that, and I showed you the Nasdaq too. I showed you I fucked that one up right here. But look, imagine if I held that short. Look where I got out. Matter of fact, let me draw that real quick, just so you guys get an understanding of what I'm talking about. That was like right there, right here. Okay. So I shorted at that price level, and I got out at 14,402. Right? 14,401 1.25. 1 3/4. Ah, Jesus. There we go. Okay. So look where price is at now. Look at the loss that I took. Right? Compare that to like this high up here. Okay. And compare that if I didn't have a stop loss on, say, for example, look at that. Look how much drawdown I'd be in. That'd be some shit, right? I took a very small loss. Now, it takes humility, and you really got to take your ego out of it to do that, because most people won't accept it. They won't accept a small loss, and then you're going to get your face ripped off if it continues to go against you. Okay, so sometimes you just got to recognize early that you're offside. I had to recognize early that I was offside. It took less than 5 minutes. Well, it took like 2 or 3. It only took a couple minutes for me to realize I was offside. Okay, so all that, just set your orders and walk away. Yeah, you do that. You do that and take a full loss. I'll take a small loss. And then I'll come in here and absolutely dominate the fucking Dow. You know what I mean? Trade management, bro. You got to realize if you're offside, you're offside. Just admit it. You don't need to hope. Hopefully it comes back. Hopefully it comes back. No, fuck that. If you recognize it, get out while you can. Not financial advice. But that's what I tell myself. It's like, oh shit. All right, John, you're wrong side. Okay. I'll get out. I'll take my lick. I'll keep it pushing. Simple. But you don't want to do that. A lot of people don't want to do that. There's 42.11. Woohoo. Not bad, huh? Right there. 42.11. Look at that shit. Look at that. Man, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Now, I'm not going to say everything that's in here. I'll go over that on the market review. But what did I point out to you today? The lows, right? Start there. Start there, work your way up. And on the way higher, right? We talked about these levels. And then those levels hit. But watch how we got there. I mean, you pretty much saw the screen today. I mean, you saw these candles printing. Where did we start? 12 was like right here. 12 is here. 1205 is like right here. So right in here, you saw these candles print. Now, I was talking to you because I wanted you to learn something too. But you learn to watch price. You learn to watch bullish order flow. You learn when and where to take partials. And you learn to prepare for shit in advance. And you learn to not be offside for too long. You learn a lot of stuff today. A whole lot of stuff that I am giving out for free. For the free. How you like that? How do you like that? It's not half bad, I tell you. It's not half bad, I tell you. Let's look at a line chart with nothing on it. Just the entries. Or excuse me, just the executions. That's not half bad, is it? That's not all that bad, is it? The entry was dog shit, but the management was better. But not bad, right? Shit. Right there. And right there. And we're still going. We're not done. Hopefully not. I mean, if this thing just really goes lower, then yeah. But we are watching it. You guys already know what to expect. Either we go higher, we stay here, or we go lower. I mean, it's going to go one of 3 ways. And it's not all that difficult. But yeah. Do you guys love this shit or what? Do you love trading? Drop a gem. Do we have gem? Yeah, we do. I thought so. There's probably a couple more emojis that I could have. I just haven't done it yet. But do you guys love trading? Drop a gem in the chat if you love trading. Or at least studying price. Wish I could do this full time. Hey, one day I hope you will be able to as well. But oops, yeah, that's all I got for you today. I think today was very clean. I'm gonna go again more into detail on our market review tonight. If you guys are watching the stream and you're not a member yet, you can become a member. If you click the join button below the video, or if you go to the memberships tab on the homepage of this YouTube channel, you become a member, get access to the Discord, access to member-only videos. There's a ton of market reviews, a ton of member-only videos, member-only live streams that have been recorded, and obviously chat access to the live sessions as well. All that shit for like 25 bucks a month. And I'll teach you how to get out at the highs and get in near the lows. I won't always get you in at the low. I won't always do that. But in terms of trading and, you know, overall, I think you can learn stuff. So if you're not a member, become one. And with that being said, I'm going to leave that here. All right. So expect that market review later this afternoon, probably in about 5 or 6 hours from now. We'll be able to, I'll put that out there. We'll be here on Wednesday, same time, same place tomorrow for another live stream of price action, man. Be blessed. And I will see you then. Now you can see the member goal. We have 105 subs at 6.3. Just like yesterday, I haven't changed it. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.
It's on sadness.